The Neo Reality Entertainment brand expands with a relaunch of the Neo Reality Collective Pop Culture News Talk. Your host, Eric Brown, gives his insights and thoughts in the ever-expanding news world of comic books, professional wrestling, gaming, TV, and movies. Be sure to donate to the brand and keep up to date with additional content on YouTube channels such as Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The Wrestleverse, and NRE Pop Culture Omniversa.
Today's edition of Neo Reality Collective is brought to you by Anchor.fm, a free distribution service podcasting hosting platform that allows you to record your podcast on your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and so much more. You can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor.fm app or go to Anchor.fm to get started today. Thank you and enjoy the episode. Welcome everyone to Neo Reality Collective. We're back again, everybody, with big news and also talking about some comics. As we continue talking about the Destiny of X saga of the X-Men, one of the big announcements that were made to set up the prelude to all this, besides Inferno, would be the 10 Lives and 10 Deaths of Wolverine, a weekly comic set in two distinct series because they want to mirror House of X and Powers of 10. I don't know. But they wanted to continue that saga and ultimately tell the story of Wolverine's biggest adventure yet. And man, I'm trying to wonder why they couldn't just make this. Considering what happened in 10 Deaths, I'm asking a question about that later, and when we get to 10 Deaths issue 1, but that's a different matter. Basically, he's on a big mission now, and it involves Professor Xavier, Charles Xavier, and all that, and the nation-state of Krakoa. And they kept promoting this as the biggest adventure yet for Wolverine, and probably the biggest one yet to ever happen. And considering Wolverine is basically Marvel's version of Batman, I'm not surprised. Like, they could have done something like this is how I'm looking at it. I'm like a lot like how Batman's in a lot of books in DC. Wolverine is also in a lot of books at Marvel, even when he's not even the title character. Like, he's in X-Force, which is understandable. He's in the Wolverine main comic, which is also understandable. He's also in X-Men, so he's understandably in a lot of the X books. But he's also appeared in Runaways, Avengers, New Avengers. Like, he can't stop being in multiple books. Like, they can't stop putting him in multiple books. Even when X-Men were on the side to Marvel's greater universe and they weren't a priority due to, well, essentially, Fox owned the rights. So, yeah, when they led to this, I was like, and then Wolverine got more popular ever since Hugh Jackman took over, and then now they can't stop bringing Wolverine in every book to possible. Like, Hickman's used him more times than anybody because he was also in Avengers for a time, and then he was in and then once he was in New Avengers, then Avengers again, then Hickman took over and he was in Avengers again, and then he was showing up in Avengers vs. X-Men. And oh my god, there's just so many titles with Wolverine. I get it. But now we get a weekly comic that will pause almost all the books, save for a few, heading into Destiny of X's main event. And this is the first stop. X Lives, 10 Lives of Wolverine, issue 1. Let's dig into it and find out after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Let's dig into 10 Lives of Wolverine issue 1. The watch is broken, and that's why I'm using it. I don't know how to fix it, honestly. I've been around for so long, I kinda don't know. Krakoa, Sunset Cliffs. Logan is pontificating and practically brooding on top of Sunset Cliffs of Krakoa, watching the sunset. A digital clock makes no sense to me. It sells the lie of a singular moment that don't exist, that's already gone. A proper watch lets you see the possibility of all time. That's the truth I know from more than a century of living. That's the reality of a world where I can step through a moonlight gate in Tokyo and onto the sun-washed beach of Rio. Time sideways, forwards, backwards, upside down, all that. Logan, it's time. Charles Xavier telepathically informs him of the big mission he's on. 10 lives of Wolverine. Time to live. Wolverine has gone by many different names and lived many different lives in the course of his long existence. Armed with a mutant healing ability and retractable claws, he is the best there is at what he does. And what he does isn't very nice, but he'll do whatever it takes to protect those he cares about. Even if it means killing people. At least until the whole event happens where they can't kill people, and Krakoa makes a law about that. So we cut to a house in somewhere where a woman is giving birth. That's right, breathe your way through the pain. It's almost time, Mrs. Xavier. Wait, these are Xavier's parents? By God. Can I interest you in another brandy, sir? No. And he hears his wife scream in pain as she starts to expect as the pain contractions go through her. No, I think I'll take some fresh air instead. So he goes outside and he hears the noise of a swish swish. Hello? Bowers, is that you? What are you doing out there at this hour? Surely the hedges can wait till tomorrow. Bowers? And Bowers throws a garden cutters at him until Wolverine makes the save. Hey, get down! Who the bloody hell are you? Do you have a gun? What are you doing here? What's going on? I said, do you have a gun? For hunting foxes or goose or whatever the hell you do on weekends. A gun. Yes, of course. Then go get it. Revealing Bowers is under mind control or possessed. I don't understand what's happening. We're in a comic book universe. I can't understand what's going on half the time. You don't need to go. Just go and keep your family alive. As Bowers arrives from the on top of the house and has bone protruding claws over him. Go! I'll lock the doors and windows. Whatever makes you feel better, bub. And his leg is trapped in the bones. Fung. And we cut back to Krakoa at the hatchery, where one of the five is preparing to go ahead and basically resurrect another mutant until he's knocked out by Omega Red. Oh dear. So he drags the body of one of the five and uses an identification process and uses him as his bait. Which I'm just gonna ask, isn't Krakoa a living island? Can he just detect this happening and not do it? Yeah, that's the thing I'm always wondering. If Krakoa's a living island, wouldn't they know what's going on? Now we'll see if you lie or they lie. So he goes ahead and processes a bunch of numbers and sees Resurrection Protocols Omega Red, forged blueprint for carbon synthesizer surveillance plant. They lie. Resurrection Protocols Omega Red. Edits, memory clip, key points, deletion of X-Force interrogation, deletion of Resurrection. Complete details available in Beast redraft attached. Carbonian synthesizer. So yeah, Beast continues to do horrible things. Yeah. So they did edits to Omega Red by order of X-Force to basically protect Krakoa's interests. Yeah. Bad news all around. Yes, that's good. Push. The baby's almost here. Lock every door and window. Yes, sir. You're doing brilliantly. I can see the head. There you are, little one. We'll head upstairs to the master bedroom. I'll ring the police while you guard the hallway. Is there something wrong? What's wrong? I'm sorry. As we see a bloody after she has given birth and is bleeding, and with blood all over the doctor's hands and on the baby. No. Then we cut away to that and go to Omega Red's possession of Bowers fighting Wolverine. There's no end, just endless beginnings. You have no way of stopping this. Try me. Try all you want. As Wolverine cuts the bones apart, "You can slow me down, but I will prove to be your greatest enemy of all time. Yes, you are my greatest. I will be your greatest enemy and not that saber-toothed guy. Hey, how the f*** are you doing this? How the f*** are you even here? I would ask you the same. Wait! As Bowers returns to his natural form from being possessed. Please, what's happening? Don't hurt me. As Logan realizes, funk, sir? Hurry, man. And what's wrong with you? I'm not feeling myself. I'm having a gun pointing at you and I have no control. As the butler shoots him, tries to shoot him and fails, only to get shot in the stomach with his gun, and he's bleeding profusely with blood curling out of his stomach. Ouch. Cassandra? We'll mourn her later. Her name is Cassandra. We'll mourn Cassandra later, but right now, you got another baby to deliver. So, yeah, Cassandra, that one. Oh god. The mass murdering mutant who killed Genosha. You got another baby to deliver. Brian, what are you doing? What's wrong? As Brian arrives and locks the doors. Don't you worry. Hey, Sharon, I'll protect you. Listen to your husband, Mrs. Xavier. Don't you worry. Let's concentrate on the baby. As Brian realizes, oh wait, I can see the reflection. You're not the doctor. And he points the gun at Omega Red. Let her go. Let her go, or what? You'll shoot. As he takes the gun and whacks Brian with the head with it. So he's unconscious and completely useless until Logan arrives to save the day by destroying property. Here's another way time don't make sense. I might be twice as old as the professor, but he's as close as I've got to a father. Yes, I will do everything that's possible of him, including possibly let him live even after he kills the X-Men psionically. And I have no control over it other than putting a knife through his skull, but then I'll just try and get a boat because I'm trying to protect him as well. Some people are older on the inside than on the outside, like they chewed up clocks and swallowed down worlds. Yeah, especially after that time Xavier was dead for a while. Then there's Jeannie. Maybe nobody knows me better. Or maybe nobody's ever loved me better. Yes. So, tell us about your three-way with Cyclops involved in all this. Every time my guts tell me I'm better off alone, my heart knows better. I guess the broken bits of us come together and form a kind of family. As they go ahead and do a mind meld together. Ready? Plug me in. And hold on tight. As Logan goes ahead and witnesses every single memory going through his head. His time in Weapon X, his taking care of Xavier, the day he got his claws, his bone claws initially before he got adamantium in him, his battle with Omega Red, his wars with Sabretooth, a bunch of homages to his past. Somebody! As Wolverine battles Omega Red, help! It's coming! The baby! Go ahead, stab me. I dare you. I'm just a poor innocent bystander after all. As Xavier seems to be popping out. The old Logan wouldn't have hesitated. I don't even recognize you. My baby. My boy. I won't let you die too. You've gone soft. As Wolverine crashes into a mirror. Krakoa's made you weak. As Wolverine smashes the chair over the doctor and retracts his claws. Get out of here! Get out of her! Kill me or I kill him. That's the only way. This is the way. And because Xavier's mom has to be proven to be a badass and everything, she, after giving birth to 2 children, decides, I'm gonna get up and point a gun at you because I'm a badass. I don't know who you monsters are or what you want, but get the hell away from my baby. get the hell out of my house. So, remember in Samurai Jack when the mother gave birth to 7 children and just got up like it was nothing? Yeah, basically we're getting this, but with shotguns. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Russia, another day of cold and nothing. Translated from Russian. But at least we have good coffee. At least there is that, yes. Think. And something breaks through and they had to yell out, "Shut!" So, this is how you welcome a comrade. He's one of us? No, he's one of them. I said, stop, comrade. I want to see him. Where is he? Can you give us a name? Hey, that's enough. I knew you would come. Welcome to Russia, Arkada. Welcome home. The Russian version of the Sorcerer Supreme. Because that's the vibe I was getting when I first read this. Sage's Logbook, the new Russia. As we get more data pages regarding Krakoa, Kremlin, and the government of Russia. As we come back to, I don't know, the past. Sharon still has the shotgun pointed at him. Mrs. Xavier, Sharon, don't. And is blasted for it. Give me the child and I'll let you live. That's the best offer I can give. As he takes Sharon, chokes her while she's holding the baby, so that's disturbing. Sharon, I'm here. Stay away from my family. As he gouges the eyes of his doctor out and whacks everybody around. As Sharon tries to save her child, the old Wolverine picks him up and removes the umbilical cord. As Sharon doesn't know what to do after that, and the Omega Red Doctor is, well, can't see. That's right, come to daddy. Not this time, bub. As the Doctor crashes out into the the window and crashes onto the ground out of her possession. Yep, definitely should have gotten drugs. Shh, it's alright, Chuck. I got you. So Xavier's safe for now, until Wolverine suffers another psionic blast in his skull, all with the yelling of Wolverine! You're dead. Stum. Bitten, runt. The hell was that? It's like he went someplace else. Someplace else? I don't remember this. You're in Columbia, Logan, and the target is 25 miles south by southwest of here. You have to save Xavier. The clock is ticking. Okay, question. I hate to be the one that asks this question, but how is Cerebro able to get him back in time? What's the danger again? If I missed this in the X-Force or Wolverine books, okay, fine, that's on me, but like, what happened on that front? Like, how is Cerebro able to travel back in time? I mean, like, I get if it was using the logic of Days of Future Past, but that's clearly not what this is. Cerebro is supposed to enhance Xavier's powers, and anyone who has the same powers as Xavier. So, what's going on now? I'm confused. And it's just, I think it's at this point we're just told to accept it. I wouldn't be surprised, but no, I'm still gonna ask, what the hell's going on now? Oh boy. So yeah, Wolverine is traveling through time, and we'll see what goes on in X 10 Deaths of Wolverine, which will probably be about his future and everything. But yeah, Logan is now on a mission to save Xavier, and probably involves time traveling and shenanigans and traveling through his entire history. As the X-Men Unlimited comics go ahead and the digital stuff for Marvel's Unlimited to continue the tale of X-Men and Wolverine's life. Yeah, I don't really read the X comics of what's going on over there, but it is kind of interesting what's been I'm hearing about that, but who knows what goes on in that world. They are canon, I will say. But yeah, Wolverine is on a mission to save Xavier from the death of Omega Red and the Russian government of New Russia in Mother Russia. So, hijinks ensue. Yeah. And once again, Beast probably is responsible for this because Beast is, well, being an asshole lately in the X-Force books, so, since this whole stuff began. So, yeah, that sounds about right. But, yeah, on its own, like, if you didn't read the Dawn of X and Reign of X books going on for X-Force and Wolverine, I'm pretty sure you'll be lost, just like I was a little bit at times. I'm still trying to gather my bearings, but it is a fun tale, I feel like, on its own, and the artwork's pretty damn good, and it has the goriness going on with it since it is parental advisory content. So, go all out, I say they're saying. But yeah, Wolverine's just awesome, but yeah. Just insane. It's just madness. Madness. This is Wolverine! Wolverine! And also, Sharon is badass, able to get up after giving birth to 2 children and have a gun ready to fire. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have a very long flashback, basically, of Wolverine's life. I don't know how this affects the Destiny of X books in that regard. Well, this is the first issue of 10, essentially. So we'll see more as the weeks go by, probably. And the fallout that happens that leads to Immortal X-Men, because Inferno was one of the reasons, and now Wolverine's story is also a reason, even though he's not on the council. But we'll have to see where that goes and how all hell breaks loose. But it's neither here nor then. This was Neo Reality Collective. Enjoy this final ad break and outro, and I'll be seeing you all next time. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.
Be sure to donate to the brand and keep up to date with additional content on YouTube channels such as Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The Wrestleverse, and NRE Pop Culture Omniversa.